the number one trap you'll face when you're skinny and you want to become aesthetic and jacked is that you enter what's called uninformed optimism before you start, or when you've been there a little bit. You look at someone like C-Bum, you're like, yeah, that'll be me, I'll achieve that in 1 year, 6 months, and you get hype and you have such unrealistic expectations, and that's what's called uninformed optimism. The word, like, it explains itself. Uninformed, therefore you're optimistic because you think it's gonna be a lot easier than it actually is, and this is before you even realize how hard it's gonna be, how long it's actually gonna take, how much effort you're actually gonna have to put in. And then after that, this is the trap. This is the number one trap you'll ever face. So you go from uninformed optimism to informed pessimism. So you start here and you go down here to informed pessimism, where you realize that this is gonna be hard. This is gonna require effort from you. This is gonna require discipline. And why do you think most people just can't do it? Why do you think most people don't go to the gym? Why do you think most people are stuck with their physique? Every single person, or 99% of them, that you meet will have at least tried a diet in the past, or went to the gym at some point and tried to gain weight and it didn't work, yada yada yada, right? Because everyone starts with uninformed optimism, alright? I did. You're probably in there right now. Just be careful. I will explain why it's actually so fucking dangerous. Realize that anything valuable will be hard to get. Anything worthwhile will always be hard to get. Remember the quote that if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? If it didn't require discipline, if it didn't require hard work, everybody would do it because people could just get it like that, right? Now there are like 0.1% of the population that has godlike genetics, but I'm assuming that's not you. It's not me, it's probably not you, since you're watching this. And it's a very small percentage of those people, they barely exist. So anything easy to get is not worthwhile. But what's actually so great with skinny guys is that when you start going to the gym and you're proper hype in the beginning, you actually get something called newbie gains, right? Like you gain muscle a lot faster. You can get, like, the first year of training, you'll gain muscle fast. Like that's when you'll gain the most amount of muscle. It's not like every year that you train, you gain muscle faster and faster. That's not the case. It's the complete opposite. Every year you train, you got to improve your training, you got to improve your diet, you got to improve your sleep for less gains. And that is hard to accept for a lot of people. So when you first start out, you'll make a lot of gains, fast gains, like actually fast gains, right? But then after a year or so, that will slow down. That will undoubtedly slow down. And within like 3 years or 4 years, you'll feel that you barely gain any muscle anymore. Now, I'm not fully there yet. I've been training for a long time, but I've made so many mistakes along the way. It's like, if I just did it consistently, if I knew exactly what to do, I would avoid so many fucking pitfalls. I would avoid so many failures, seriously. Just be aware of it. When you see a lot of gains when you start going to the gym, realize that is not forever. It's not. Every year you continue to train, the gains will slow down. The gains will undoubtedly slow down. And that is a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, right? And that's when they start using steroids and shit. I mean, dumb motherfuckers start to use steroids before they even start training. I always find that so fucking stupid. You use steroids before you even know if you like training. What is wrong with people? If you're not aware that you are in uninformed optimism, reality will hit you like a fucking rock. Just be prepared. In some time, you'll start to see less and less gains, even if you work out harder, because you only have so much muscle you can gain naturally, right? So just keep that in mind, alright? Just 100% keep that in mind. So what you need to realize is that if you're not prepared of it, you will enter informed pessimism, where you'll work out twice as hard for half the gains. That's the harsh reality. That is the harsh reality. In the beginning, you can work out super easy. You can pretty much just fucking touch the weight and you'll gain some muscle. Like, in the beginning, bro, newbie gains is fucking real. You'll undoubtedly fucking see gains when you do it, alright? At least compared to year 2 or 3. But be prepared that at some point, you're gonna have to work out twice as hard or twice as much for half the progress that you're used to seeing. Alright? And it sucks. Like, it's the harsh reality. It's fucking true. The more muscle you gain, the harder it is to gain more new muscle. Just look at C-Bum, for example. Do you actually think that someone like that could gain 50 pounds of muscle the next year? Even with how hard he trains. even with the amount of like steroids and shit that he takes, do you genuinely think that he could gain 50 pounds of muscle next year? No, that's crazy, right? But it's what's happening is that he might gain 1 pound of muscle every year from now on. Maybe not even that. Honestly, like, just be prepared for it, alright? That's just what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say here, alright? Keep your expectations low or realistic, alright? Seriously, it might suck to hear now. It might actually suck to hear now. But as soon as you hit the wall and you don't know what the fuck's going on, you're gonna get discouraged. You're gonna quit because you were not informed of it in the first place. You were looking at Instagram. You were comparing yourself to fucking C-Bum and shit. And you were like, yeah, I'll achieve that in 1 year, bro. I can achieve that in 1 year. It's great if it gets you going in the gym, but don't let it discourage you. And stop comparing yourself to these people, because undoubtedly, subconsciously, you'll really start to feel down on your progress, even though you're making good progress. Even though you're making fantastic progress. If you're on Instagram all day and you look at fitness talk or whatever every day, bro, you're going to feel like you're not making a lot of progress compared to the other people, unless you have great genetics, right? Even then, the people you see on social media, they're either on juice, they have the pump with perfect lighting, with the perfect angle when they took the picture or video or whatever. So most of it's not even real in the first place. Anyway, seriously, I have fallen into this trap so much. Because the first year when you train, you gain so much new muscle so fast. It's crazy, like it's almost like magic. And when I start to enter the stage of I gain way less muscle now than I did before, I felt super depressed and just down on my progress. Just what's going on? Why am I not seeing my own progress that I was? Because I forgot. I knew about it, but I forgot. Holy shit, there is actually such a thing called newbie gains. And, you know, I entered the informed pessimism stage. And I started questioning, is this even worth it? I'm pushing so hard in the gym. I'm pushing so much. I'm eating so much like real foods and shit. Like just taking it serious. And I was seeing gains, but not close to what I used to see before. And that's when you start questioning if you're even going to continue this journey. And that's the hard part, honestly. Be prepared for it, because it will hit you. It will hit you unless you're prepared. Because I myself, even knowing this information, I fall down the informed pessimism stage and get discouraged from time to time. It happens to all of us. I sometimes really forget that in most of my muscle groups, I have maxed out my newbie gains. Sadly enough, you know, like, you wish the newbie gains last forever, but it just doesn't. And now I have to push twice as hard for half the gains. It's a hard pill to fucking swallow. It is a hard pill to swallow. I still gain muscle, it's just a lot slower, that's it, right? I mean, now I don't really have anything against it. It doesn't bother me right now. I still train like a motherfucker. And I love the challenge of having to train extremely hard and be disciplined and shit. Like, that's just me. I love it. But I'm talking in the past. I've fallen down this trap, and it fucking sucks to, like, fuck, I worked so hard. I've worked so fucking hard for so long, and I'm not seeing the amount of progress that I used to. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is. But with me, my personality, like, whenever I feel discouraged and unmotivated and sad and whatever, I'm not trying to brag, but I have this, like, I've built up the skill of, like, being able to use it, like, as such fuel and motivation to go even harder. Like, that's just me. That's just me now. Whenever bad shit happens, a part of me, it sounds fucked up, but a part of me actually really fucking loves it. Because it's like, yes, a fucking challenge. Let's go. This is gonna be hard, but I'm gonna fucking push through it. You can develop that skill too. It's a skill. It's just mindset. That's all it is. You might not think you're able to get that right now, but you undoubtedly can. If you want me to help you personally to build your aesthetic body with one-on-one coaching, check the link in the description. It's just a mindset you can develop. I kind of love that. I kind of love, like, when stuff gets hard, when life gets hard, when there's a challenge, fucking challenge, let's go. I will prove that I can make this work. Regardless of how hard it is right now, this is just a part of the journey. It is what it is. Tomorrow I'll feel better. Let me just do the work now. You might not believe me, but it's true. Does that mean that every time shit goes wrong that I'm like, yeah? No. Like yesterday, bro, I was just feeling knocked out. I was just not feeling good. I was just feeling like shit, honestly. I didn't like it. I fucking hated it. But I believe that's because, like, last weekend I kind of drank too much, slept too little, ate too much shit. So that will stay with you for a few days if you do that, because that will ruin your motivation and your drive. But I'm talking like just everyday life when I don't drink, when I'm actually disciplined. Like, my motivation is so fucking high. My drive is so fucking high. My want for, like, success is so fucking high, right? And I sometimes, like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go on a side chat. I don't give a fuck. Sometimes when things have gone good, right? Like, I've worked hard for something and it's finally worked out. It's gone good. I'm kind of like, I kind of want it to go back to being hard. I kind of just love the hunt, because life is hard for everybody. So why not just adopt the mindset of you want stuff to, like, be hard? Like, you love it. You love the fucking challenge. You don't actually want anything to come easy. Now, you might be a lazy motherfucker and you want stuff to come like that, but I highly recommend you to change your mindset with that, because it's just a mindset thing. It's not who you are or whatever you want to fucking tell yourself, trying to be a victim all the time. It's a mindset you can develop. And if I wanted to, I could develop the mindset of only wanting things to come easy. But why the fuck would I want that mindset? Why the fuck would I want that mindset in a world that is hard and every day you wake up is standing there? Like, every day you wake up, life is just standing there ready to fucking punch you in the fucking gut and balls and face. Like, life stands there and it's ready to fuck you up. So might as well have the mindset of another day, another challenge. I fucking love it. Let's conquer. That should be everybody's mindset. You need that mindset, bro. You absolutely need it. So it's all about mindset and learning how to think about certain stuff and perspective. Like, two people can be in the exact same position, and one can look at it as a good thing and one can look at it as a bad thing, even though they are in the exact same position with the exact same problem, with the exact same resources and whatever. One person can look at it like, fuck yeah, let's fucking get it, bro. Right? And the other can be like, oh, life is so hard, guys. I don't want to do it. It's all about perspective. It's all about perspective and the way you look at things. By the way, it's fucking July. And I'm wearing this. Like, that's Norwegian summer. It fucking sucks. You've probably heard the term, like, comparison is the killer of joy, which is true. So when you're on Instagram all day, and this even applies to, like, everybody, seriously. When you're on Instagram all day, you will compare. Even if you don't believe it, you compare. You automatically compare yourself to the person you see on screen. Undoubtedly, everyone does it. Even if you don't want to admit it, you fucking stubborn cunt. It is what it is, right? So just stop that. Stop comparing yourself to everybody. Now, that's a lot easier said than done, but you use fucking Instagram 5 fucking hours a day and you're like, why am I comparing so much? Why do I feel so shit about my progress? Well, it's because you're on Instagram 20 hours a day. Some people can look at it and feel motivated. Some people look at it and feel discouraged. But even if you do feel motivated looking at the stuff on Instagram and shit, like, that's good. It's great. I do it from time to time. But just don't make it a habit, because subconsciously you will start to feel very small when you always look at those perfect pictures with the perfect pump, with the perfect lighting, with juiced up guys that are oiled up on steroids. Like, achieving that naturally is, take a step back and actually look at it for what it is. But you will always compare yourself, regardless. Even if you know that they're on juice, even if you know that everything I said, like, is perfect lighting, is everything, you'll still compare yourself. Just be careful with it, because subconsciously you'll always compare yourself. Always. So where I see a lot of people fuck up is that they think they can achieve something in 1 year that will, even if they did everything perfect, it would take 10. Like Chris Bumstead. He has elite genetics and he's on steroids. Like, how the fuck can you beat that, right? And people genuinely think, oh, I'll achieve that in 1 year. And they're like 14 or whatever. It's like, bro, step back, take a breath, and actually think about what you're actually thinking right now. And tell me that is not ridiculous to say. Now, that is just an extreme example, but get what I'm saying. You'll expect the progress to come faster than it actually will, and you'll just get discouraged when you don't see the gains and when you come to the point of informed pessimism, and you can't take it. Now you're discouraged. You didn't see the progress you thought you were gonna see. And you compare yourself to all the big people, to all the juiced up guys on steroids and shit, and you just feel discouraged. I doubt that's what you want. So just take this advice seriously. But I will say though, counter to what I've just said, if it actually gets you going in the gym, when you see all these progress photos, those fake 30 days transformations and shit, if that gets you going in the gym, fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic, because that's exactly what it did to me. I saw like transformations on YouTube, like with like 30-year-old men doing like 30-day transformations and shit. And I was super inspired, and that was got me in the gym. And I went every single day for 30 days. My foot got injured, I couldn't walk, but I still went up on like crickets because I was determined every day for 30 days, and I'll see the same results as those guys on YouTube. But I didn't see the same results, but I got very inspired, and that was the initial fire that got me going in the gym. So it can be a good thing actually. But then if you continue to have the expectation of, I'm not seeing the amount of progress. And by the way, I was 14 at the time. And those guys I was looking at, they were like 30. So obviously they were going to see more progress than a fucking clueless 14-year-old kid, right? So I didn't see the same progress as them. But I saw a lot of progress, and I was happy with it. So you know you better than I know you. But just be careful, because the more you compare, the shittier you'll feel about your situation. Now, by all means, compare yourself to people doing worse than you. That actually helps a lot. When you compare yourself to people who are below you, now that sounds fucked up, but it's true. If you compare yourself to people who are below you, who has not put in that much effort, and they look worse than you, you'll feel better about your situation. Alright? It's just human nature. You can deny it all you want, but we all do it. We all do it, right? If you avoid all the stupid failures and traps and everything that I've been through over the years, you'll make so much faster progress, like extremely fast progress, than you see everyone else around you making. And that's exactly what I teach inside my aesthetic body school. Like, if you want me to help you with building your aesthetic body, by the way, check the link in the description and I'll help you personally. Whatever what you do, you will have a genetic limit. It is what it is. It's with everybody. But your genetic limit can be extremely good, more than you could ever think. Honestly, you can truly optimize your genetics, and you don't fucking realize how far you can take it. You can take it very far. People need to hear this. Again, if you want to get one-on-one coaching to build your aesthetic body from skinny to aesthetic, check the link in the description. Peace.